Look. It's not that you're drinking wrong, it's just that you're making mistakes. And nobody wants to make mistakes all the time, right? We need to go grab a drink and talk about this, but we don't need to do it here. We'll do this on Prost. Let's go do that, and let's talk about this. I know you probably saw the title, The Mistakes Craft Beer Drinkers Make. How can you make a mistake when you're drinking? It's actually way easier than you think it is. Which is why we need to talk about it. Because I know that you're making at least one of these. Maybe not all the time, but you've done it. When I say mistakes craft beer drinkers make, I don't want you to think I'm telling you you're doing something wrong. Because you can't do wrong when it comes to craft beer. You can do better, though. We're at March 1st. See. Let's go inside. Let's have the beer. Let's dig into this. Mask on. Let's go drink. We need to talk about the mistakes that craft beer drinkers make. And I'm talking about like the big stuff that we make over and over again. Not the easy stuff, the don't drink your beer too cold and stuff like that. That's simple. We get that by now. I'm talking about the bigger stuff that's really starting to affect us as drinkers, not just beer drinkers. We need to recognize it and change it. Pay attention here. It's going to make you a better drinker in the end, which is what we all want, right? 5 mistakes craft beer drinkers are making. Number 1. Drinking only the familiar. It's easy, I get it. You walk into a bottle shop and there's an entire shelf filled with unfamiliar things. It's a daunting task trying to figure out what you want to drink. It's easy to walk in and just pick out your standby, your normal. But if you do that, you're missing out on this entire segment of craft beer that is part of what makes craft beer really fun. You know, branching out and finding new things, experimenting. It's how it all got started, and it's how it all keeps going. You know, pushing those boundaries, finding the new standby. You can't do that if you only grab one beer every time you walk into a store. It's really simple, but we do it over and over again. Number 2, on the complete flip side of that first mistake, as easy as it is to only drink the familiar, it might be easier to only drink the new stuff. It's part of who we are as craft beer drinkers. We're attracted to the new shiny thing that's on a tap list or a shelf. And if you do that, you're missing out on a whole new experience with a beer that you have had before. Those flagships, those standbys, as you grow as a drinker and as the world around you evolves and changes, they change too. Not necessarily in the recipe, but in the experience of having that beer. It's going to be different for you today than it was when you had it the first time. Don't miss out on that experience. Don't give up on those beers that you've already had before. When you walk in, sometimes it's okay to grab that normal beer or that one that you've had 1,000 times, because today it might taste different to you. Mistake number 3, and this is a big one, not caring about glassware. It's not really just about glassware, it's about the experience of a beer. Experience is everything with craft beer. You can take a beer and drink it out of some fancy glass, sitting at a nice table with friends and quiet music playing, and get one experience. Take that same beer and sit in the woods and drink it out of a can with the same friends, and have a completely different experience around that beer. And that experience is so important. Sometimes drinking a beer out of a can or a bottle is exactly what that beer requires. When people tell you that there's a time and a place for everything, they really mean it. It's something that you should hold near and dear when it comes to craft beer. Sometimes it's okay to do things the wrong way. Experience is everything. You know, that idea that there's a time and a place for everything, it brings me into the next one. Number 4. or insulting somebody for what they drink. I get it. It's funny that your friend drinks White Claw. It doesn't make it wrong, and it doesn't mean that he's not right for drinking it in the situation that he's in. There is a time and a place for everything. If you've got a friend that wants to drink pumpkin spiced seltzer sitting around a campfire, don't make fun of him for drinking pumpkin spiced seltzer around a campfire. Try it yourself. Buy him some pumpkin spice seltzer and drink it around the campfire with him, because maybe, just maybe, something will click and it'll make sense in that situation. There's a time and a place for everything. If you're at a baseball game and all there is Bud Light, drink a freaking Bud Light. It's okay. Time and a place for everything. Number 5, not thinking of other people when you stock your fridge. Now, I'm not saying that you should have 14 cases of beer, 8 different styles from 13 different breweries. I'm saying that you should think of other people when you go to the store. You should have things on hand that other people might want to drink. Beer is a social beverage. It's not just about sitting and drinking it by yourself, which is fine sometimes, but it's about drinking it with other people. So when other people come over, you want them to be comfortable and you want them to have something that they'll enjoy. Think about it. Try to have a couple different things on hand, just in case somebody doesn't like that new New England IPA, hazy, stout, lactose-filled milkshake, birthday cake, something or other. Get something else. Have some other things on hand. It's really, really simple. You should be ready to drink with people when people want to drink with you. It's social. It's really, really simple, guys. It's not comprehensive. I know. We make a lot of other mistakes that I'm not acknowledging, and we're going to make new mistakes that we haven't even thought of yet. Be conscious.